Hi folks, this is Mr. MegaManFan. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know all the things to do. And this little device you see right here is called the Arduboy FX. It's a credit card sized handheld that can play games that I've showed off in a previous video. But I've got the newest model of this very same device. It's called the Arduboy FXC, and I'm going to show it off to you in this video. So stay tuned. Now, I was first alerted to the existence of a new and improved model by the channel What's Ken Making, and if you've never checked him out, I would encourage you to do so. You could even start with a collaboration video he and Tito from Macho Nacho Productions did about the original prototype Xbox. That is a very fun video to watch, and you'll learn quite a lot from it if you don't know the history of the original Xbox. So for either reason, just for entertainment or to learn something, you could definitely enjoy watching Macho Nacho and What's Ken Making together. Here we have the FXC. And as I said about the original Arduboy FX, it is credit card sized, very small, and this one includes both an updated library of 300 plus games, homebrew games, and games from independent developers. This one has USB-C, which is a huge improvement over the original model because this has one of those micro USB connections. It's really finicky, really small. Not a lot of cords work with it other than the one that came with my Arduboy FX. Plus, with this new USB-C link port, they've also got the option for head-to-head play. If you have somebody with another Arduboy FXC, you can actually link them like the old school Game Boy link cable and play head-to-head. So I'll have to find somebody who has an Arduboy FXC so I can do that. But that's not going to stop me from showing it off in this video. I guess there was an early Founders Edition that you could order two and get two different color patterns, and then you'd be able to link them head to head, but I didn't know about that, and I don't know that I have that kind of coin to drop on two just for myself anyway, so kind of a moot point that I didn't know about it when it was taking place. It's a lot of sealant holding this box together, but that should be everything, top and bottom. So, got a nice sleeve holding everything together here. The packaging is small because the system is small. And that's everything you need to know about navigating through the menus. There's a QR code if you want to scan that to go to a website to learn even more. Achievement unlocked, opening the box. I like little touches like that. I'm a sucker for good packaging. And speaking of which, this cord is held in by kind of a foam insert, so you actually have a place to put it back when you're through. That's pretty nifty as well. I mean, this is really a box you would want to keep your Arduboy FXC. Nothing to complain about there. They put some time and effort into a quality presentation, and I haven't even turned the thing on yet. Okay, here's the sexy part. Pulling the seal off. Ooh, yeah. And hopefully it's already got a charge. Let's find out. Looks like I'm gonna have to charge it up first. And we're back with my now fully charged FXC, and I'm filming this in the dark so you can see just how bright the OLED screen is. It is black and white, shades of gray display, but it's very crisp. I don't think you'll have any trouble in any lighting conditions, whether it's a fully bright room or a dark room like this one is right now. You don't need light to be able to see the display, like the Panic Playdate, for example, or the original Game Boy. So this is quite a good option for a handheld system, or should I say wallet-sized system, that you can play anytime, anywhere, just take out and enjoy. Now, if this game looks familiar, it's obviously based on Buster Brothers or Pang, depending on the region that you're in. And it's got the familiar idea that you're breaking these big objects into smaller objects and collecting the power-ups that come from them and continually breaking them down by half each time you hit them until they're eliminated. Like many arcade games from the classic era, it's got a simple concept, but mastering it will keep you coming back for more. So it's a fun one to take out and play. It was on the original Arduboy FX, and I'm glad that it was included on the FXC as well. Which, by the way, that USB-C port, if you're plugged into a MacBook or a Windows PC and you flip the switch on while you're connected, it'll show up as a device on your computer, and then you can add new games to it. There is a lot of free homebrew Arduboy games out there, so if you're not happy with the over 300 plus games that are already on here, then go out of your way to download and add some more of your own. Now, you might not believe that a tiny Arduino-powered device with a small display and a limited color palette could do a fully rendered 3D game, but Catacombs of the Damned will prove you wrong. This is an amazing little game that will immediately give you Wolfenstein 3D vibes if you played that back in the day. Or maybe Faceball 2000 vibes, but it's at a much higher frame rate and much smoother in its 3D world rendering than Faceball 2000. So, again, this is incredibly impressive for such a tiny little device with a tiny little processor. It just goes to show how far things have come in the last almost 40 years since the Game Boy first hit the market. Look what you can do now with something that you can stick in your wallet. This one is a lot of fun. I wish I had more time to explore it than just this video, but I want to show you some more of the FXC, so we're going to move on. Now this one is called Space Cab, and I'm reliably told it's a port of a game that was on Atari and Commodore back in the day in the 80s, but I never played the original, and I have to say it just reminds me of what Crazy Taxi would be if it was a 2D game. You fly around, picking up customers, taking them where they want to go, and landing again. You just have to be careful to put the landing gear down before you land your cab, or else the cab will explode into a million pieces. So, it's a fun little game. You might get Choplifter vibes from it. It's pretty similar to that. Now here's a brand new category of games that doesn't exist on my Arduboy FX. It's Game & Watch ports. But to be fair, some of these were under the category Classic, including this one right here. You'll recognize Fire Panic right away. This is the game where you run back and forth with a trampoline as people are being tossed out of a burning building, and you have to keep bouncing them over to safety. If you're not in the right place at the right time, they go splat on the ground. Rest in peace. So move fast, keep bouncing them until they reach the target, but then don't forget to go and bounce the other ones that are being launched out the window as well. You have to juggle multiple different people that are being thrown out the window and keep them all safe. There are also useful apps beyond just games. Say, for example, you're a musician and you need a metronome, but you can't carry around one when you're already carrying a big instrument like cello. Well, you could just pull your Arduboy out of your pocket, pick your beats per minute, and the software will do the rest. And if you're a home brewer, you can write your own kind of programs like this that take advantage of the tiny flashing LED light, the OLED display, and the little speaker. I mean, it's not going to give you robust sound like the stereo audio that you could get out of a Game Boy with a pair of headphones, which I absolutely loved as a kid. Like, people knock the Castlevania Adventure, but listening to that game in headphones is so beautiful. Well, there's no headphone jack here, so you're not going to do that anyway. But yeah, this little speaker is just for bleeps and bloops and not going to give you super sophisticated sounds, but it's enough to get the job done. Here's another new game that didn't come preloaded with my original Arduboy FX. Someone ported Galaxian to the Arduboy, and to say I'm impressed is an understatement. It looks right, it plays right, it feels right, it even sounds right. They actually got really good use out of the little speaker in the Arduboy FXC. Now, I stink out loud playing this through the camera, but rest assured I'm going to put much more time into this when I'm not filming it for you. This is a great port. The last one I'm going to show you on FXC today is called Incher, and as the name implies, you're moving very slowly, one space at a time, through a randomized, or at least what appears to be a randomized maze. If it's not, if these are repeated each time, I'll notice that the next time I play it, but it's pretty simple. You move your way around, you avoid the enemies, you get the key, and then you find the exit. So, fun, simple. A good thing you could play when you're standing in line at the post office to kill some time. And you know what? That's what the Arduboy FX and FXC are all about. You know, anytime you need to take out a little handheld and do something fun and you don't want to pull out your phone, then this will be the device for you. In fact, this could actually free you from playing games on your phone. You don't want to deal with all those stupid ad interruptions and microtransactions? Well, hey, use the Arduboy FXC instead. You can play games without all the annoying BS that goes with phone mobile games. I'm Mr. MegaManFan, and as always, thank you for watching.